Hundreds of Iowans packed a modest Davenport Hall on Saturday as Senator Ruben Gallego, a first-term Democrat from Arizona, took aim at President Trump's new tax and spending law, calling it a recipe for making America poorer and sicker. The aplomb in Gallego's tone stood in stark contrast to earlier town halls, including one in Nebraska, where cheers turned to jeers for GOP lawmakers promoting the same policy. Gallego's message clearly struck a chord. The new tax law, passed without a single Democratic vote, includes deep cuts to Medicaid and other safety net programs, pushing Democrats to rally. One attendee, Pete Wernemont, traveled more than 140 miles to see Gallego in person, saying he hoped Iowans would rise up when it matters most. Alexandra Salter, a physician's assistant, voiced a common concern. The law's impact on healthcare could hurt both patients and practitioners alike. The 2-hour event drew an energized audience of about 300 people, many of whom rose to their feet in applause at key moments. Gallego's Iowa swing, set in some of the country's most competitive congressional districts, underscored a broader Democratic effort to counter the administration's policies in Republican strongholds. Figures like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders are mounting similar campaigns across the country, rallying against the Medicaid cuts embedded in the legislation. But behind the energy lies strategic foresight. Gallego's presence in Iowa isn't just about the here and now. It's also about 2026 and even 2028. While he insists his focus remains on securing midterm victories, his interactions with voters and high-visibility appearances have certainly stoked speculation about higher aspirations. At the town hall, Gallego painted a hopeful picture. Not long ago, Arizona was a Republican stronghold, and now its entire top leadership is Democratic. Iowa, he suggested, could follow if Democrats are bold enough to engage directly with working-class voters, even those who supported Trump. Yet, even in the midst of cheers, skepticism lingered. One Iowan asked how Democrats can reach across the divide when both sides seem entrenched in their corners. Gallego's response was measured yet candid. Authentic outreach matters. Speaking to the choir shouldn't prevent talking to others. He emphasized substance over showy bipartisanship, and blamed Trump's bill for appending a sense of normalcy. Gallego's week in Iowa went beyond the town hall. He toured a meatpacking plant where his own blue-collar background, working in similar settings, created rapport with workers. He also made the essential state fair appearance, navigating the fairgrounds, greeting volunteers, sampling fair food, and even standing before the iconic butter cow, all while dodging hecklers from conservative groups like Turning Point Action. On the sidelines, organizing momentum was palpable. Democratic activists see this as a clarifying moment to demonstrate their identity. The tax bill, with its focus on fiscal cuts targeting social safety nets, helped crystallize that message. Democrats are the defenders of the middle and working class. Still, for all the applause and energy, some voices in the crowd remained uneasy about whether rhetoric will translate into real change. "I feel like I saw a good man speaking good things, but not solving anything," one supporter later reflected. If you're following how Democrats are rebuilding, debating strategy, and engaging voters ahead of the next election cycle, and want more on-the-ground reporting like this, subscribe now for full access to stories that matter, and don't forget like and share to help keep others informed.